Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, my PhD, my prison history diploma. My name is Kim and I did 10 years and 8 months and I've been out for over 15 now. And the goal of this channel is to bring education and awareness to people that have not ever been incarcerated, what formerly incarcerated people look like behind the charges. So with that being said, I'm going to have this episode in regards to what it looked like for me when I tried to rent an apartment under my name with my charges. I think that most people don't understand or not even aware of the fact that when a formerly incarcerated person gets out of prison, obviously they have to have a roof over their head. And getting an apartment in a stellar area is next to impossible. And let me explain what I mean by that. So, when I first got out of my incarceration, first and foremost, let me tell you the years that I did. I was in prison from 96 to 2007. So, as you can imagine, and I will do another video about that, but the world completely changed. I mean, we went from calling each other from phones that had a cord to everybody having a mobile device, which blew my mind. The internet was just absolutely mind-blowing to me. There was just so much that overwhelmed me, but I'm going to take you again down what it looks like for a formerly incarcerated person, me, what I went through to get housing. And I don't mean that I wanted a handout or a hand up or anything like that financially. What I mean is I I had a job lined up, and thank God, and I was able to look for apartments right away. So I know that I asked my mom to come with me because I'll tell you, I was very scared about what it looked like to live by myself. So I actually asked my mom to do a whole lot with me when I first got out because I didn't know what it felt like to kind of be alone. So my mom, whether I had to go grocery shopping or anything like that, I'm like, Mom, come with me. But back to what it looks like as far as housing is concerned. So I remember that I went to these really nice apartments that I could actually afford. And I went in to fill out the application, and on the application it said, are you convicted of a felony? And so I went and asked one of the lease people, hey, when you have a felony conviction, what does that look like? And I was basically told, we're not going to approve of your thing that you filled out. And I was crushed. I didn't even think that my incarceration was going to affect where I could rent an apartment at. It was just absolutely mind-blowing to me. So I had to, find apartments that accepted people that were formerly incarcerated. So I'm going to explain to you what, it's just mind-blowing. So the only places that I could actually rent an apartment at is in what people call, real estate industry people call, redlined areas. So what redlined areas is, and this was explained to me from a person that's in real estate. It's been redlined since the 1950s, and it's somewhere where the banks actually will not do loans. So it was your less stellar areas. It was dilapidated areas. It was areas where it was very obvious that there was drug dealing going on. Let's just be honest. And that definitely put some fear into me because obviously, that's the last thing I needed to be around. And I just remember feeling so overwhelmed and like, oh my God, how am I going to get through this? And unfortunately, not everybody has the resource that I had, which was my mom. My mom was so kind enough to say, you know what, we can put the apartment under my name. And that allowed me to actually rent an apartment that was in a good area. I think that's something that most people don't understand is how much formerly incarcerated people combat when they get out. The struggle is very true and very real. Now, like I said, for me, because I did have the resource of my mom, that was a life changer for me. Had I have not had that resource, I have no idea where I would be at today. Now, I can say that I can almost guarantee that I still would have worked just as hard to get to where I'm at in life. I just think that it may have been, a little bit more scary. However, because of that red line issue and me having so much to combat as far as being able to rent an apartment in my name, that actually, now this is where the beauty comes in. It's turning a negative into a positive for me. So because of that, I told myself I'm going to buy a house in 2 years so nobody can ever tell me how or where I can live ever again. I was going to make sure that happened in my life. So because of that, I actually worked 2 jobs. I worked one job at night until 5 in the morning, and then I had another job that I had to be at by 10 a.m. That lit a fire under me. And again, I can't speak for anybody else, but I am extremely motivated to succeed. When people tell me something can't be done, I'm the person that's going to show you it actually can be done. It's heartbreaking that most people don't understand what a formerly incarcerated people have to go through just to simply put a roof over their head, which is one of the things that we have to have in life. Now, a lot of people don't understand that it directly affects us as a society. If you can't rent an apartment in a stellar area and you don't have the same chance as somebody who's never been incarcerated to rent an apartment, but you have the money, that could send somebody on a very negative course. Now, I know that some people are thinking, oh, it's a choice or whatever, but honestly, we are a product of our environment. I want you to think about that for 1 minute. When people are placed in an environment that is negative, they're gonna take on that negative energy. When people are placed in somewhere that is housing, that is a positive, it makes you feel good, it's a game changer. So the purpose of this, again, thank you so much for being here, is just to bring that education and awareness. And I do want to remind everybody out there, I'm not special. I'm just here to show you it can be done and to bring education and awareness to somebody that's never had a situation of that nature. With that being said, if you like this YouTube channel, you believe that it has a beautiful purpose, do me a favor, hit like and subscribe down there. And for those that have been incarcerated in the past, let me know what it looked like for you to be able to put a roof over your head. How did you overcome that hurdle? And the reason why I call it hurdle is because each hurdle we jump, our legs get stronger. Thank you so much for being here. I love y'all. Bye.